folks, how you doing? My name's Steve. Cripple Guy is what I go by when I'm out performing. I'm here to show you today my guitar rig. It's down there. I have somebody that's going to show you in a second, but I'll talk first. I have primary progressive multiple sclerosis, which means I'm in a wheelchair. You can see it, there it is. I can't walk. I don't really use my hands very well or anything. But I do record music, and I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on my rig I use, the tunings of my guitar I use, maybe a little bit on the recording software I use. We'll see. Anyway, so this is my guitar, one of two. I love cheap guitars. I don't know why. Just, well, because I'm cheap and I don't have money, I guess. This is a epiphone special P90. So it's got two P90 pickups in it. Because P90s buzz like a mother, I like to keep it on the middle selector, which is both pickups, but I've taken the pole pieces on the bottom three strings here, and I've raised them high, and I've raised the pickup as low as it'll go. On the bridge pickup, I've done the same thing, but with the top three strings, or bottom, whatever, the thick three strings. I've raised all the pole pieces up and sunk all the pole pieces that are in the actual pickup in that are on the bottom ones. So the bottom three are raised on the neck, and the top three here are raised on the bridge, and it gives you a funky sound, kind of. So that's kind of what it sounds like. It's because I need it on the middle position to avoid the hum. That's the way I've got it, so it sounds more like what I want. And this is the clean sound. That's my son, who's helping me out on this expose we're having. Now, the next thing that I do different than most people is the tuning of my guitar. I guess it's dag-gad tuning, except the low E string is tuned down to C. So the top two strings then, when I bar them, make a chord. And then the bottom five strings make a different chord. Or I can even do like 5, 4, and 3 to get like a power chord. But I do this so I'm able to get more range on the fretboard. So like if I let me get me some dirt on here. 1 second. This is my, I guess, my overdrive sound. So those are that's the bottom two that I'm hitting. Now you're also getting Steve uncensored. I do a lot of work to make the music that you hear sound like it's somewhat in time and whatnot. But most of the stuff that actually gets put down onto the computer as recorded is not usable, because my hands are not usable very much. So I make a lot of mistakes, and it takes a long time to get a perfect, near perfect, okay, a usable track. So that's why you're going to hear all sorts of mistakes and whatnot, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. Now, the amp I'm using, which if my son will pick up the phone, we'll go and look. Now this...
Change it mid... Oh. No, you can't. Okay, I'm going to do this one.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my amp. My amp is a Peavey Royal 8, which means it's got an 8-inch speaker in it. It's a Celestion Super 8 speaker that's been swapped out by the previous owner. And it's a tube amp. It has a 12AX7 preamp tube, and I believe an EL34 power tube. They're in the back there somewhere, but I'm not going to yank everything out to show you. But that's... This is the clean tone. And then this is my overdrive. And then I got a phone call. Okay, so back down here. So this is now my pedal board. If you come closer, you can see what I'm using. All of this stuff, even my amp, I got a really good deal. The guy gave me, I think I got it for $100, which is really cheap. Then I have the tuner over there from Guitar Fetish, going into a Visual Sound Garage Tone axle grease delay pedal. At the front of the line. I usually would have put this at the end, but watching a Steve Vai video, he says he puts it at the beginning, so I gave it a try, and it was actually a lot better. Then I've got the Boss Super Overdrive. I've got it wide open with the dirt on nothing and the tone straight up, and that pushes the amp into some overdrive, but then it kind of, to me, doesn't sound good, so I have it stacked with the MXR Distortion Plus. I got both of these together for $30 on Kijiji. The guy was pretty nice about it. So this is what it sounds like. So then, usually I will not have all three of these on at once because it's just too freaking noisy. This is an MXR Distortion 2, circa 1979, I believe. Somebody gave this to me, and it's a pretty hot pedal. I like it a lot. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, see now if I go from the middle position to just my bridge, oh, it's going to be so loud. Yeah, see, and that to me is not usable. I don't have a noise gate yet, but if somebody watching has a noise gate that they would like to give to me, I'm looking for a decimator pedal. But we'll see how it goes. This is what it sounds like on the bridge with the gain and the delay. That is my, oh, and this guitar here was given to me. It's a Squire strat that had 3 like Squire single coils in it, crappy ones. For $30, I picked up 30 or 40 bucks. I got 2 Fender vintage noiseless pickups here and here, and then for 60 I picked up this Seymour Duncan JB Jr. Humbucker. Nothing else has been done to the guitar. It's still got all the stock cheap pots and stuff in it. But it's kind of my go-to guitar. You know, it was. This one's growing on me, but there you go. And then, if you hold on one second, I'm going to roll over here to my computer so you can see right there. That is my recording software. This is by a company called Sonoma Wireworks. It's called Riffworks. They were nice enough to see my situation, and they gave me the full version of the software for nothing. Wonderful people there. I gotta say, they were a pleasure to deal with. Now, if you look over here, this is where my guitar comes in. You just keep on. Where my guitar comes in here, this is the level. You can see, right, and then it's recording onto one of these two tracks, and then you wind up putting it up here. But that, I'm just showing you the software. Maybe one day I'll give you a video on actually how I record the music. But now you got the foundation of the stuff that I use, who I am, the tunes I use. I only use one finger because they will go kind of where I want them to, but then I don't have any feeling to tell if they're touching other strings or if they're pushing down or whatever. So I just do the open tuning, and that's where we. And folks, that is it. This is all I got. This is what makes the noise on the songs that you hear. I hope you like it. And just know, just because you're handicapped or have MS or whatever it is, don't limit yourself. Because if you try, there's crap that you can do to get to where you got to go. You just got to look at it differently. I'm Steve, the Cripple Guy, guitar player, singer, songwriter extraordinaire, signing off. Here's a shout out to Chris Cox, who is another brother in the fight of MS, and he's spreading MS awareness. Go check him out on YouTube, Chris Cox, ChrisCox, and he's an awesome guy doing a lot better music than me. All right, it's been great talking to you. Signing off. Later.